Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Resident Evil, the board game by Steamforged Games, and today we're into some exclusive to the expansion content. We're in Gardens B scenario, which is the Bleak Outpost expansion, so if you're just playing with the contents of the core box or the Director's Cut box, you will not be doing this mission. You have to have a Bleak Outpost. And it is a bit of a weird one. This represents when you have the crank, which is also an expansion item that we got last time. In the video game, you just, so you stick the crank in the swimming pool type bit, or the pond, whatever it is, it drains the water, you move on, you go to the outpost. They've decided to make it a level of its own, and it's sort of like a self-contained horde mode. It's a little bit weird. So this is really the only playing area we're going to have, bar this door here, which is going to lead through to our escape. This represents the crank making a lot of noise as the water drains. We have to fend for ourselves while it drains, and normally you don't want to get through your tension deck too quickly, but here we actually want to mill the tension deck as quickly as possible, because during the setup into the latter half of the tension deck you shuffle a certain card that says, hey, the water's drained, it's time to leave. So it's in there somewhere. We will also have to deal with spiders at some point. They're now in the mix, in encounter cards, and just in general they can show up. Specifics for the scenario, let's just read this. If we're on the exit tile, we can choose to end the scenario, but if there's any enemies on the tile, we have to skip the healing step at the end of the mission. Crank mechanism, at the start of the scenario, shuffle, well, I've just described that, you shuffle a certain tension card into the latter half of the deck. So there is 3 crest tokens: Wind Crest, Star Crest, Moon Crest. The other one was there, but it isn't used for this scenario. If all of them are face up at the start of the tension phase, which they will be for turn 1, you draw 2 tension cards instead of 1. You can then choose which to resolve and discard the other, so it gives you a way to mill without doing too bad things to you. At the end of a tension phase though, if there is 1 or more enemies on a tile with a face up crest token, which there is in all of them to start with, the dog's in this tile, that zombie's in that tile, that zombie's in that tile, then you flip it face down. A character in the same space as one of the crests can spend an action to flip it back up. So you kind of want to try and keep them all up so that you can do the 2 tension card draws. At the end of each turn, draw an encounter card and then roll the d6, and on the map for this mission it has which tile is which, and that tells you where you put a certain thing. So if you roll a 1, it's the L-shaped corridor here, that's a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 4, and I guess there's no 5? Yeah, there's no 5. Okay, so I guess if you roll a 5, you just don't draw an encounter card. So that'll mean we have a constant flow of enemies. And other than that, there's a new tension card. Yep, covered that. Actually, that might be a different one to the one. I don't know if I did that one. I'll need to double check. You're also supposed to shuffle tension card number 15 in. You're also supposed to shuffle 2 blue herbs into the A deck if you haven't already done so. I already have, thanks to a previous mission. I think that about covers it. And I think this is going to be an annoying one for just having one character, but I guess especially if you're low on special weapon ammunition, which we kind of are. I'm bringing the handgun, I'm bringing some handgun bullets, grenade launcher with spare grenade rounds, shotgun with a few shots in it. Thankfully we filled up our kerosene last time, so the flamethrower is probably what we're going to end up relying on mostly. And with that, I think we're ready to get Gardens B under way. Oh, one last thing to mention, as always, like Columbo, just one more thing. If you're interested, we've actually been playing the Resident Evil 1 board game digitally over on my Twitch channel, Flik's Gaming Stuff. Just keep in mind it isn't child friendly, there is bad language and lewd jokes, but if you want to see a multiplayer game of this, it's been fully incorporated by the person who very well integrated the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 board games into Tabletop Simulator. Playing a 3-player game, I'm playing as Jill, my friends are playing as Barry and currently Rebecca, but subject to change because he's not really enjoying playing as Rebecca. But if you want to see a multiplayer game, it definitely has a different feel. A lot of the earlier missions are harder with multiple characters, but if you want to see those, the VODs are there. You can catch us live if you want. We've been playing a lot this week and probably next week, which is the week you'll be hearing this, just to be extra confusing. Alright, as we get things underway, I did forget to include the other tension card you're supposed to add. I was too focused on doing the one that matters for completion. So it is from the Bleak Outpost box. It's called Sinister Hiss. That's what it looks like in case you're setting up your deck. I'm just going to add it afterwards because I've already shuffled and set up a special tension deck for this, because you have to do the thing with shuffling it into the latter half. I don't want to shuffle the whole deck because obviously that would ruin the experience. So I'll just add it after this one because it doesn't say to remove it, so it's going forwards. That's an encounter we can come across. So Chris is staring down a zombie, and I'm immediately going to start by using his first action to burn him with a flamethrower shot, and we're going to get him. Now these are linked tiles, so that zombie's going to move there, he's going to move there, and the dog's going to move 2 right over here. He's out of flamer range, but I could shoot a shotgun at him. Actually, let's burn some pistol ammo while we're safe, relatively speaking. So our second action is going to be 3 pistol shots into the zombie that's just come into line of sight there. We shoved him twice, just push him back. This zombie comes through. I kind of want them just to be responding to the noise, because I want them off the tiles where they would flick the crests. Third action, we're going to shoot 3 more pistol shots at the same zombie that we shoved into the wall, taking us down to 9. That's going to get the dog on us, and we pushed him again, so this zombie reacts. 1, 2, but that's good because that means these 2 tiles aren't going to flip down here. This one's gonna. We have 1 action left. For consistency's sake, I guess we'll use the shotgun. No, let's use the flamer again. That puts us down to 4 to ideally burn the doggo. Yes, we did. I can only roll hits when I'm using the weapon that doesn't necessarily need them, apparently. This zombie reacts to the gunshot, so does this one. And at the end of turn reaction, he moves on to me, and he moves there. So actually that worked out spectacularly, because there is no enemies on a tile with a crest on it. So that means I get to draw 2 tension cards, and I choose which one to resolve. Well, you know, I guess it would have mattered even if they're both all clear, because some of them have the symbol that makes enemies do the harder attack and some don't. So then, let's just do this right. At the end of each turn, that's my turn over, roll the die, and then resolve an encounter card in the appropriate tile, unless you roll a 5. I rolled a 3, which is tile up here. So, over there, spawn Lisa Trevor. Oh, come on now, what a start. Spawn Lisa Trevor and remove any wound tokens from her card. If Lisa Trevor's already in play. No, she's not, but she's back. She decided to come and say hello. Now, I presume you still just go by where the biohazard symbols are, so that would be the closest one on that A item right there. So Miss Trevor has come back to say hello. She's got 3 health, and she can come back again. But, actually, sorry, I was just looking at her rule. She has that Hideous Shrieks rule. If this character is on the same tile as the enemy at the start of their tension phase, draw an extra tension card. I can use her to my advantage. Huh. I could maybe like run into here, draw her over here, and just mill 2 cards constantly like that and just hope that I can dodge past her. I've got... Oh, I don't have any health with me, but the box is right there. That might be a good option, because I'm not going to be able to keep the crest flipped up. Give me a chance to think about it. Yeah, I think that might be my best consistent bet, is just to kite Lisa, but try and make sure I stay on the same tile as her. Either way, we're going to use another flamer round to start Chris's second turn, burning the zombie that is upon us. Yes, so no corpse left behind. This zombie is now on us though, and Lisa, she just moves... no, she moves 2. Hello, Miss Trevor. How nice to see you. Now not on a tile with a crest though. We'll use the flamer again. I'm definitely going to be burning some kerosene, ironically. And that's a fail. So we take 1 damage. We push away. Miss Trevor is on us. I need you alive, Miss Trevor. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't have a defensive item on me. I mean, I could just punt a grenade at her feet, but I don't want her to die now. I want her to stay alive. We used what, 1 action? We'll dodge away. Nope, that would have been a fantastic attack animation. Okay, well, failed to dodge. Life is an insert here, and then we can move freely. 1, 2, because we shot, which was a fail. We failed to dodge. We moved. Yes. End of turn reaction. 1, 2. Lisa, do be on us. The zombie is over here. So there is an enemy on the crest. Let me just check the wording for that. It's at the end of a tension phase, so we have to do our tension cards first, which means... Oh, that's interesting. Does it stack then? So all the tiles are flipped up, which means I draw 2 and pick 1. But then Hideous Shriek, it does say draw an extra tension card. So I'll pick 2, or I'll draw 2, pick 1 first. Now is not the time for a mission. I'm going to say the all clear is the one I picked. The other one just gets discarded, but then Lisa makes us draw another one. Okay. Then, at the end of the tension phase, if there are one or more enemies on a tile with a face-up crest token and there are no... Oh, and there are no characters. So because Chris is there, we're actually fine if you ignore the fact he's on half health. I would like to get back to the box to get a first aid or something for security, but we're going to dodge. Wow, the exact same roll again, huh? Well, we're going to push her, take 1 damage, and go 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Oh, I didn't do the encounter card at the end of the last turn. I knew I was forgetting something. Sorry, this is for the last turn. I rolled a 5 actually, so that's perfect. There is no tile 5. I'm just double checking. Tile umbrella. I like that they write umbrella, not 1, as if you don't know that means that that's a 1. Tile 2, tile 3, tile 4. Yeah, there is no tile 5, so that is absolutely fine. So for this turn, once again, I'm drawing 2 and picking 1 as per the scenario because all 3 crest tokens are up. No escape. No, I believe I'll pick the all clear in that instance, but then Lisa Trevor makes us draw another one. All clear. Yeah, if you ignore the fact that Chris is about to die, this is going fantastically. I do need to get back to the box to heal him, but my plan... Oh yeah, and we don't flip this, and then at this time, roll another 5. That'd be fun. Nope, that's a 3, which is the same tile up there, so an encounter card gets resolved up here. After resolving all spawn entries drawn with this card, enemies on this tile and tiles linked to this tile perform a reaction. That's bad. So Mr. Zombie comes here, and Miss Trevor comes here. Unfortunately, I think it's time to deal with Miss Trevor then, because I wasn't expecting her to get right to me. I was going to run round, and we're too low on health to risk dodging a medium dodge, because apparently I can't dodge anything as Chris. So we're going to punt a grenade at her face. We have 2 grenades in it plus some reloads. So let's fire a grenade at her face. That's 2 damage, I think. 2 damage, which leaves her on 1 health. Zombie reacts, and we'll fire the last grenade in the grenade launcher. And that is a crit, which is 1 damage to the whole tile plus a push, but that takes her out. You were useful for 2 tension cards, Lisa. Oh, and zombie reacts. So the grenade launcher is out, it's tapped, we've got 2 actions left. I need to make sure this zombie dies, so let's flamethrower him and inevitably not have him die. Thank goodness he did on that one. No corpse left behind. We have 1 action left. I am going to use the grenade rounds to reload the grenade launcher in case something nasty is about to spawn. That gives back 4, right? Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we need to get back to the box. End of turn. We draw 2, pick 1 because all the crest tokens are face up. I believe I'll pick all clear. And then we roll the die. And something's going to spawn. Unless I roll a 5. I rolled a 1, so it's in the tile I'm in, because of course it is. And it's a 2 zombies, is what it is. So, spread evenly means that they're like that. But because I'm on the tile, we don't flip anything. I also want to reload the flamethrower. It's got 1 round left. Let's see here. If I leave this tile, we're not drawing 2 tension cards. Let's shoot the shotgun once. Doesn't matter because both zombies are equidistant, but hey, let's say the one with the overly sized hand. And we missed, because of course we did. Both zombies move. That was the first action. Second action then is we're going to move into this tile. Then we're going to shoot the shotgun again as a third action into the only zombie we can see. We missed again, but that's okay, because that puts them on the same tile. And then I'm going to use the last flamer round to hopefully not screw this up. Thank goodness. That's 1 damage to the whole tile twice. Burns them both to a crisp, but now the flamer's tapped of ammo as well. Why can't I hit with the shotgun anymore? What happened? Anyway, all crest tokens are face up. I feel like drawing Lisa was just like an advantage I wasn't supposed to have. It doesn't really matter in this instance, but all clear absolutely. We roll the die. Roll a 5. Give me a free turn. Oh, so close. tile 6 is... Where is tile 6? Is there no tile 6 either? 1, 2, 3, 4... There's no tile 6 either. Oh, hang on. If the result is a 5 or a 6, re-roll the die. Whoops. Sorry. 2. So I should have been re-rolling on those other turns. I missed that part. 2 is the room I started in. Spawn a web spinner. We get to see our first spider. And hopefully our only, because I only have one painted so far. So there's our spider. When they die, you put a special card called Spiderlings into play. They're threat 2, medium base, move 2, 3 health, range 3 on their basic attack, range 3 on their nasty attack, which can also poison. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Do I need to do anything else? That was the end of turn roll. No, I think we're good. Again, with a further bit of luck, it spawned on the tile that doesn't have a crest token, so it doesn't flip it up, so we're still drawing 2 at the end of this turn. Speaking of which, Chris is going to use 3 kerosene to get back 9 ammo for the flamer, which is almost filled, because we did refill our kerosene last time, so he had 8. Second action is he's going to pick up this A item. I'm curious what it is, and I'm hoping it's a heal. Let's see. So honestly, that's really good as well. More grenade rounds is excellent. I'm not going to be able to get line of sight of this spider this turn, and he's going to come after me, so one of the tiles is going to be flipped, but I can at least try and influence which way he goes to get me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was here, that'd be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. He would come that way. Yeah, I want him to come this way. So we'll use our last 2 actions to move there. Tension phase, he scuttles along 2 into here. So this token flips down. So, well, at what point does it do that though? At the end of the tension phase. So we do our 2 tension cards for this turn first, and then it flips. Fair enough. Well, these are both terrible. I'll pick reanimate. Locate the closest corpse to the active character, spawn a zombie. There is no corpses, and it doesn't say what to do if there isn't any, so presumably it's fine. So that token now flips over. We do our encounter card. Where is it spawning? It's spawning in room number 2, which is that same room again. So I guess that makes sense. That's where the noise is. Spawn a zombie, draw a tension card. That's good in this instance. We want to draw tension cards. So there's our zombie. Here's our tension card. Mill that deck. And we begin again. Now I need to do 3 damage to this spider to kill it. And I want to kill it. So let's go 1, 2. And given that we found some grenade rounds and we just reloaded it, I'm going to punt a grenade at it and hope that we get it. So our third action is punting a grenade. That is the crit symbol, which is actually not good because it's only 1 damage plus a push. But I guess it has range 3, so it doesn't really matter. So that's 1 damage. It's got 2 health left. I'll punt another grenade at it. I'd make the noise, but my dog actually despises the noise that you make if you're doing the noise of a, you know the noise I'm meaning, the thwomp noise. That's another 1 damage, unfortunately, with a push. So it's alive rather. The zombie reacts to that, and that's my turn. So spider attacks from where he is at range 3. No poison though, because the last tension card did have the poison symbol, so it is going to be a poisoned attack. Well, Chris, if you ever were going to dodge an attack, now is the time, buddy. Well, that means he is poisoned. That means if you draw a tension card that has the it's not that symbol, it's a different symbol. I've forgotten what it is. I'll need to look it up. It's the worst symbol that's along the bottom. I'll double check in a second. If you draw that one, you take damage from poison. The zombie would react onto us in the meantime, and then we do a normal tension card. Just 1, because one of the tokens is flipped down. We can't flip it back up yet. This is dangerous. I'm going to go check the symbol that we're looking for. Okay, yeah, the symbol we're looking for is not that X, because if it was that X, we'd actually just be dead. It's the Trivial Pursuit pie type shape, which is very rare on tension cards, thankfully. Still bad, but you know. So let's start with how do you do this? to avoid the spider hitting me, I'm going to have to evade to get away. Thank you. So I'm out of its line of sight. I evaded the zombie, and then I can use the flamer to burn the zombie. In this 4-step process, yep, the flamer burns him. This respawns by 2 to scurry after us. And then he's only got 1 health left, right? Let's try the old flamer again. Where was that roll last time? That would have killed him. So the spider is dead, but he has a rule called Pyrrhic Victory. If this enemy is killed, place the Spiderlings card next to the tile before removing it from play. This is the Spiderlings card right here. Tiny spider skull over the ground. Place 3 wound tokens on this card. At the end of each character's turn, discard a wound token from this card. When the final token is discarded, discard. If the character is on this tile at the start of their tension phase, they must draw an additional tension card. Hang on a second, that's good. That's good for this scenario. Okay then. Thank you, Spiderling. I didn't realise that you were helpful. Okay, well, that's a good thing. Now we need to resolve an encounter card. No, we need to do a tension card, actually. We're getting all the nasty old clears out of the system. Then we do a 2. Please stop spawning in the room I'm trying to get to. I need to heal. That's a single zombie. That's not so bad. Single zombie, I guess it would be on the closest biohazard symbol, so he's literally at the box that I want to get to live. So, let's do this thing. I can't stay on this tile to fix the crest token. So 1, 2, 3. Don't miss, Chris, or this will be real bad. Flamethrower. He got the hit. Burned it to death. It's single tension card. Tragic Echoes. There's no zombie to have an item on them, so that does nothing. Don't roll a 2. This is really important. Don't roll a 2. Okay, a 1. Yes, archways here. A 1 is the L-shaped corridor right here. That's nothing because there's no doors. It's all archways. Perfect. So, wait, did I draw an encounter card? Yes, I did. Did I draw a tension card, or was that the last turn? I think that was this turn, right? Because I think there was. I hope I didn't mess that up just now. I got confused between tension and encounter. I'm interacting with the item box to pull out a red, green, blue mix, which we do have. Got a bunch of heals in here actually. There is the red, green, blue mix to heal ourselves for 3 and get rid of the poison. We were 1 hit away from death, for the record, if you weren't keeping track. If we'd drawn the tension card, it would have killed us. So 1, 2, 3, we're 1 away from full health. Do I want to take anything else out while I'm here? We've got 2 pistol ammos, we've got 3 green herbs, and another blue herb. No, I can always run back to the box again if need be, I think. Famous last words. So we have 3 actions left. 2, 3, and flip. So we're there, we can interact 1 away. Second action, third action, fourth action, flipping that. Yes, okay. So that means we draw 2 and pick 1 because all the crest tokens are face up again. I'll pick the all clear without the symbol. But then we also draw another 1 because of the spiderlings. And then, you know what, I'll just use the kerosene tokens that I've already used up already. So there's 2 uses left on that card for forcing us to draw an extra tension card. Smashed asunder. There ain't any doors, so that's fine. Spawn a zombie in one of the squares containing the archway. Now, do you still do that part if a door wasn't destroyed? Because there are archways, but not that were formed by the door breaking. I'll spawn a zombie. I presume, I don't know where to spawn it because no door broke, but I guess I'll spawn a zombie. Closest biohazard symbol on that tile. I'm not putting them on my tile. And then we'll see where things are spawning. A 3. They are spawning on us. Yep, that's okay. We are getting something on our tile then. We're getting a doggo. Where is my dog models? There they are. We're not on that. So he jumps out of the bush, I guess. He's very defensive of that red, that A item there, rather. Okay, let's use a... We've got 1 shotgun shell left. Let's see if it can destroy the dog for the first successful hit with the shotgun this match, or this scenario, and yes, he did. Zombie reacts. We're going to move over here for 2, look for look for 3. See what we get. Oh, you know, I'll use them as my 4th action, so we'll get back 4 shotgun shells. Although the shotgun has not been treating me kindly these past couple scenarios, last time especially, but we don't talk about last time. End of turn reaction, zombie comes after us. We're on a tile, so that doesn't flip the icon. We draw 2 because the tiles the crests are all in place. Drag shackles. No, I don't believe I will be spawning Lisa, although she is useful. We can just use the spiralings. I'll take the all clear. Speaking of which, spiralings, procs again. All clear. I'll try and point out the symbol that affects poison if we see it, but we haven't actually seen it yet. They're all just the zombies do their harder attack. Does anything spawn? Well, something's going to spawn, but where? 2 is the starting room. Again, I'm really good at rolling 2s. Spawn snakes! We're running the gamut. We're seeing everything. Hiss hiss, snake snake. They came out of the item box. So I just checked there, we are actually in the second half of the tension deck. I didn't look at what was there, but we are into the second half. So at some point we're going to draw that unique tension card that says this door is accessible and we can try and get out. In the meantime though, we do still want to be drawing more than the average number of tension cards, so I want to stay in the tile I'm in. The snakes are going to have to come after us because they can't see us, so we just need to deal with the zombie. But, oh actually no, because the snakes will react no matter what I do to this zombie. Well, let's use 3 pistol bullets and see what happens with the zombie. We push it. Okay, so it gets pushed. Snake reacts. 1, 2. Hiss, hiss. At this point, we need to try and guarantee a kill, so I'm going to fire a grenade at the snakes. Wait, how much health do snakes have again? Oh no, they only have 1 health. No, we're not using a grenade. We use a flamer round and hope for the best. Got it twice. Burn the snakes. Zombie reacts. Third action is going to be 3 more pistol bullets, leaving us with 3, although I do have some ammo on me. Double push, 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 and we'll shoot the last 3 as our final action. We got him, but we didn't take out the head. So there is now a corpse there, but we're out of all the pistol ammo. I'm okay with reloading that if need be. So, end of turn. All 3 crest tokens are face up. We draw 2. We're not doing itchy tasty. Let's pick the all clear. No symbol on them either. We draw an extra 1 because of spiralings. That's the last one on that card, so it goes away. It was extra tension cards, right? Yep. I guess that's why they have you add the spiders. It actually helps the scenario you do. So this is for the spiders. All clear. And then where is enemies spawning? In the L-shaped corridor over here, there is now a dog. Fair enough. Closest biohazard symbol is right there. So, new turn. I'm going to use the handgun bullets I had on me to reload 8 bullets. Just put them back into the pool of items more so than anything else. So we've got 8 handgun bullets. Second action. Let's go 2, 3, 4. Because we're going to draw it soon, so I want to be here. And at the end of turn reaction, the dog's going to move for 2. So he's on this tile where there isn't a crest, so nothing's getting flipped. And that means we draw 2 tension cards still. Is that, with 1 character, this is actually a lot easier to manipulate to your advantage than I was expecting. Shattering glass? No, I believe. Wait, shattering glass lets you pick an additional tension card though. The cost of spawning a dog? No, I'll take the all clear. I hope I'm remembering correctly that you get to choose. Let's see. Yes, you draw 2 tension cards instead of 1. You choose which card to resolve and discard the other. Yes, I am doing it right. I promise. Well, for this turn, we need only deal with the dog, so let's see if we can't just burn it to a crisp. Actually, no. I already adjusted my flamethrower ammo. No, I'm going to fire 3 pistol shots. Which puts us down to 5. I pushed it, which is the least good result. Second action, I'm going to fire 3 more, leaving us with 2. Just 1 hit. I did get 1 hit. Oh yes, it is visible. So the dog is gone. We have 2 actions left. Chris is going to check his his social media feed on his phone, maybe send a text to his mother, and then we draw 2 tension cards. Fevered Assault or all clear? I'll take the all clear. Ah, there we go. That's the symbol you're looking for. That's the symbol where if you're poisoned you take 1 damage when it's drawn. It doesn't look that different to the other symbol. Well, there's not many cards left, so either way, right, where is something spawning? My tile, okay. Turns out there's some birds on my tile. They got attracted by all the carrion. Squawk, squawk. In that case, let's just carry on. I thought we'd maybe draw the card since there's so few cards left, so I had the camera adjusted expecting to be ready for a room to populate there, so I'll move it down a little bit. So inevitably now, next turn I'll draw it, I'm sure. Let's trust in ye old shotgun, because that's reliable. 1 shotgun shell, we did actually get the birds. Goodbye. And then, once again, he'll just twiddle his thumbs. I don't really see the need to burn the corpse. If it becomes a Crimson Head, so be it. We draw 2, pick 1. What if you drew the card for opening the crank door and you decided to discard that one? Just to deliberately screw over your team. Why would you do that? Good question. But I'm just curious if there's some kind of like criteria on it that says this card must be the one you resolve. Where are enemies spawning? 3 is tile... this one up here. 2 zombies. Okay, so split them evenly, there we go. There's now 2 zombies in that room. How do I get them over to me without endangering myself? I think I'm okay with them flipping that, because it's at the end of the turn, so we'd have 1 more turn of 2 tension cards. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm just going to burn my turn. So end of turn reaction, they move here. We draw tension cards first, because it's at the end of the turn that you flip it over. At the end of the tension phase, sorry. So after the cards are drawn. There we go. Well, obviously I'm picking waterway open in this instance. Replace the waterway gate with an archway, that's that one there. Draw and resolve an encounter card for each numbered tile. Shuffle up to 10 tension cards of your choice from the discard pile into a tension deck, then remove this card from the game. So I'll pick 10 all clears, obviously. I'll do that off camera in a second. This populates, but we resolve an encounter card for each numbered tile. So let's do it for my one. A corpse. And then it's going to get up and be a zombie anyway, so I'll just immediately put a zombie down. Let's do it for the tile those 2 zombies are in. It's a spider. That might actually catch up with me, that's dangerous. Right there. Let's do the L-shaped corridor. Nothing. And the other corridor. Some birds. Down right there. Alright, I need to look out the card because we need to populate what's beyond this. I don't know if it's a single room or a corridor or what. And here's what was awaiting us inside. Keep in mind this card is in the Bleak Outpost expansion box because it is an expansion level, so don't go looking for it in the core box like I certainly didn't. So we've got a 1 encounter L-shaped corridor and then our exit with 3 A items as a reward for surviving the horde. Although we did get kind of lucky with the web spinner and the Lisa Trevor spawn, to be honest. So we are going to be moving. We're starting this turn surrounded by foes, and we're just going to move in here for 1 and resolve that 1 encounter card I forgot to put down, but we know it's there. And it's a safe room, so perfect timing. We'll move 2, 3, 4. Can't close that. I didn't bother looking at another archway, but we can't move it, or close it rather. These zombies are going through here. 1, 2. I think the maximum you can have on a square is 4, and the medium's count is 2, obviously. And we'll tension card. There's 10 more all clears back in here, so that's the most likely result. We continue to run. Oh, the crows don't move because I didn't shoot, so yeah, they do nothing. 1, 2, 3. Open door for 4. You know, I'm just going to resolve the tension cards rather than move the enemies because I'm just going to close this door behind me. Go in for 1, close for 2, over here for 3, loot for 4, and see what this A item is. It's a green herb. Okay. Do I want to burn another turn to loot more? Yeah, I think I do actually. So let's hope this tension card isn't anything bad. It isn't. will move for 1, loot for 2, move for 3, loot for 4. At which point I choose to end the scenario. But let's see what these other 2 items are. A kerosene container. Well, in that case I haven't ended the scenario. I'll say I haven't looted the other item yet, because I am refilling my kerosene 100%. So we'll take those 3 that would be in that kerosene container, hope that the tension card isn't bad. It isn't. Then we'll loot the last item and resolve the scenario. It's a red herb, which will combine with that green one we just got. So that makes up for the one I used, although it doesn't make up for using the blue herb, of course. But all in all, that was a lot smoother than I was expecting. So when you finish the Gardens B scenario, you've got a couple of instructions to do in the book for Bleak Outpost. You remove the crank from the game entirely, so that crank we found, that's just gone now. Put it back in the Bleak Outpost box, and then you add Guardhouse A to the scenario, your mansion map. So this is us into pure expansion territory for a while now, until we get sent back into the mansion. We're going through the guardhouse, presumably the caves as well. So we'll be sticking in the Bleak Outpost box. Yep, Guardhouse A is the next one in a row, and eventually heading for a couple more boss encounters as well. End of turn stuff though. There is not 5 zombies on the map, so we only raise the danger level by 1. We heal by 1. Where's my danger dial? Here's my danger dial. Oh, and we are into the nastiest tier of danger tile. So now I'm going to have to remember to resolve all skull and crossbone things on cards, because we do be up there. And 12 scenario deeps now, we've had exactly 0 options to ever reduce that, which is not well designed, but whatever. Either way, that was a lot smoother than last time. Let's see, what's involved in our next one? Ooh, we're heading for Neptune, I think, based on what I'm seeing here. Is Neptune right after this one? I'm peeking ahead. Oh no, not quite. Okay, but it looks like we'll be dealing with Neptune as our next boss. So we're going to want to hoard good ammo. Speaking of which, I knew I was forgetting something. 2 flamer ammo back takes us to 7, 2 grenade ammo back takes us to 4, 2 shotgun shells takes us to 5. We've still got spare grenade rounds because we picked some up on that mission, which is perfect. Need to try and hold on to that because that's our most consistent damage dealer, especially because the shotgun just keeps failing me. But either way, I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Please do continue to show your support if you want to see these at an expeditious rate. If you want to go above and beyond what I do here on the channel, please do consider becoming a channel member or pressing the thanks button. It's all reinvested in the channel, helps us back new games. I'm obviously looking at backing Resident Evil 4, the board game, once it hits Kickstarter, whenever it's hitting Kickstarter. Right now it will not be possible, so I'm hoping that'll change between now and whenever the campaign launches. And I'll see you again in a couple of days for another Resident Evil board game. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and ta for now.